Good afternoon, everybody. Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people. Today's February 7th, 2026. We are one day away from Super Bowl 60. I've already shared with you 3 different videos about connections to Super Bowl 60, and since I've done these videos over the last 3 to 4 days, many people have been sending me information with many different types of connections and signs that could be pointing to a very major event, or quite possibly even the rapture of the church on February 8th, 2026. And so I want to go over all of this information with you and put this out as a final warning to Super Bowl 60, February 8th, 2026. So the first sign I shared with you was the connection to Israel being 77 years, 7 months, 7 weeks, and 7 days from the rebirth of Israel, and that being connected to the fact that Super Bowl 60 is being played at Levi Stadium, and Levi is the tribe that oversees all the sacrifices and all of the feasts and all of the calendar of God, which works by sevens. So we have 77, 777 connected to Levi Stadium. Then we had all of these connections to the San Francisco 49ers, which is it's their stadium. 7 times 7 is 49. The address of the stadium is 4900, another 7 times 7. Santa Clara, California was founded in 1777, and that was 249 years ago, so another 7 times 7. All of this also connected to iPetGoat and the Super Bowl trophy being in the form of a saint and a woman. Could be connected to Santa Clara, who was the saint of poverty. And 60 in the Strong's Hebrew Concordance is mourning and lamentation. And that is the idea of the iPetGoat Super Bowl trophy in black, mourning her only son, and all of the signs of destruction and mourning and lamentation that come with that scene in iPetGoat. So here is all of this new information that people have been sending me. On the top left, Back to the Future, one of the final scenes in the movie when they are getting ready to get on the train. This is in the third part of the Back to the Future series. They're getting ready to get on the train, and Clara, like Santa Clara, California, Clara is the wife of the professor, and she's asking, where does the train go to? Where is the end of the line? How far does the train go? And the answer is San Francisco is the end of the line. And she says, I'll take a one-way ticket. So her name is Clara. San Francisco is the end of the line. And in real life, Mary Steenburgen is the actress that played Clara. And her birthday is February 8th, 1953. February 8th. Santa Clara, San Francisco. San Francisco is the end of the line. February 8th. Back to the Future. February 8th in Hebrew Gematria equals 9/11. Then we have this information from Gilbert Gottfried, who back in 2019 said, stay off the Golden Gate Bridge August 11th. August 11th. August is 8 and 11, could be seen as 2. August 11 is 8/11, or it's 8/2, or in reverse it could be 2/8. So August 11th could easily be translated to February 8th. Stay off the Golden Gate Bridge, February 8th. In the movie The Sum of All Fears, which portrayed a nuclear destruction at the Super Bowl, in that movie they played Nessun Dorma, an opera song, and it was during the destruction part of the movie that this song was playing, and that song was just used at the opening ceremony of the 2026 Winter Olympics. The Sum of All Fears, Nuclear Disaster at the Super Bowl, Nessun Dorma, and now as the Olympics are opening, just prior to also the Super Bowl, they use this same song at the Winter Olympics opening ceremony, Nessun Dorma. There have been a number of movies that have come out portraying the apocalypse or the final destruction arriving during the timing of the Super Bowl. 2 Minute Warning was a movie that came out, I think, in 1977. Oblivion was a movie with Tom Cruise that showed the apocalypse happened during the final Super Bowl. The Dark Knight Rises, obviously one of the most important movies connected to the rise of the Antichrist connected to the Super Bowl, showed the number 322 in the box as the stadium was being blown up. There are a number of 322 connections to what we're watching now, so that is another very significant clue to destruction arriving during the timing of the Super Bowl. The Dark Knight Rises. There was also a movie that came out called Black Sunday, and the title shows Black Sunday. It could be tomorrow. Very interesting that today is one day before the Super Bowl, and I'm sharing this warning. Black Sunday, it could be tomorrow. On the top left, in 2018, on July 25th, on Instagram, someone posted this Grim Reaper on the Golden Gate Bridge. July 25th, 2018, the Grim Reaper, which was 2,756 days to February 8th, 2026. If we translate 2-7 and 5-6, we can see 9/11. 2 plus 7 is 9. 5 plus 6 is 11. 9/11. The Grim Reaper on the Golden Gate Bridge, February 8th, 2026, 9/11. The last time there was a major earthquake in San Francisco was also during a sporting event that happened on October 17th, 1989 during the World Series. The game was stopped, the World Series was stopped, and there was a major earthquake in San Francisco on October 17th, 1989. To February 8th, 2026, it's 36 years, 3 months, and 22 days. Again, we have 3-6, which is 666, and 3 months and 22 days is 322, the number of skull and bones, and we will also have more connections to 322. So we're going to see that this number is significant, connected to February 8th. Right now happening in San Francisco, there is an earthquake swarm. Hundreds of earthquakes have happened over the last number of days just east of San Francisco, just east of Santa Clara, California. So right now we have an ongoing earthquake swarm, which could be a warning leading up to the timing of the Super Bowl. The movie San Andreas, about the great earthquake on the San Andreas Fault in California, came out in Los Angeles on May 26, 2015. To February 8th, 2026, that's 3,911 days. Another 9/11 connected to Super Bowl Sunday. The greatest earthquake in San Francisco history happened in 1906. Over 80% of the city was destroyed. Hundreds of thousands of people were left homeless. And that was 119 years ago. Another 119, another 9/11 connected to Super Bowl Sunday. So we had talked to you about iPetGoat and the connection to Santa Clara and the Super Bowl trophy. From the release of iPetGoat on June 24th, 2012 to February 8th, 2026, 4,977 days. And that means to split, divide, or tear apart, like the great earthquake, to split, divide, tear apart. And this was also the renting of the veil, as the veil was torn apart, was split at the hour of the crucifixion, a very cryptic, an important sign and symbol to what may happen when the rapture of the church occurs. That was also 711 weeks exactly to the day, and 711 is the number of the flood. In Genesis 7:11, the great flood began. From the release of iPetGoat to February 8th, 2026, it's also 119,448 hours. So within all of this, we have the number of a great earthquake, to tear apart, to split. We have 711, the number of the flood, and we also have another 911 or 119. Many people have brought this to light, the fact that Super Bowl 60 logo is using all the colors of the emergency broadcast system, maybe pre-programming some type of emergency that will take place during the game. The last piece of information I want to share with you is about the white rabbit. In the Matrix, follow the white rabbit means paying attention to the strange clue that nudges you to question reality and step beyond the safe, familiar world into the truth that's been hidden from you. Follow the right rabbit. Come out of the Matrix. At Super Bowl Sunday, Bad Bunny is highlighting the halftime show. Is this the reference to following the white rabbit to come out of the Matrix? Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl halftime show? From the release of the Matrix, the final release date of April 8th, 1999, it's exactly 322 months to February 8th, 2026, Super Bowl 60. The Matrix, Follow the White Rabbit, Bad Bunny at the halftime show, 322 months. And as we've already talked about iPetGoat, we also have behind Lily, in the scene where she drops the apple, is the white rabbit. Could this be the reference to Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl? So that's what I wanted to share with you today. If you've not seen these previous videos, I encourage you to watch them. And if you are able to support our ministry, we have a ministry, we run a church and children's ministries, and we go to the jail each week and rehab centers and preaching the gospel each and every day, sharing the word of God, making disciples, baptizing. And if you would like to be a part of this, I will leave information for you in the description box. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. I pray you guys are blessed today. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.